The CoinSource channel is pleased to have you back. Who are you with? Your vote enter in the option community. Option A XRP. Option B SEC. Option C Ripple. Some stunning new information will be discussed in this video that I honestly didn't expect to find out about what happened between Ripple and the SEC until the Ripple SEC lawsuit came along. This case taught us that before the Ripple SEC ever began, the SEC offered Ripple a settlement. We only recently learned the precise nature of the deal. It is one of the most fascinating things I have encountered recently, with regards to this particular situation. I will do my best to explain everything in this video. To be honest, I never imagined we would find out about it. Like I said at the outset, I had no idea we would learn about this. This is quite shocking to me. That is the reason it is exceptional. The majority of organizations would find this absolutely unbelievable. For the duration of the SEC case, Ripple has been completely honest and transparent with us, divulging details comparable to those presented in this video. Ripple has accomplished remarkable feats. We are going to surprise you by bringing that up. That proves what the XRP community has known for a long time. In addition, as I mention on this channel often, we get calls from folks who think we're insane for believing in conspiracies or are insiders. The Ripple attorneys have basically told us that we have been dead the whole time. Before continuing, I want you to understand, sir, that is the reason behind my statement. Ripples and XRP are on my mind because of their real practicality, their potential influence on the direction our monetary system takes in the future, and the potential use of blockchain technology by various institutions. Partnerships with governmental and non-governmental organizations bolster XRP's early adoption as that principal asset. The topic I'm about to discuss is exactly the kind that strengthens my conviction that our community explores other things. Everything else we investigate and speculate about will likewise come to fruition. The ball has never been important to at least one of us. Our forecasts have never been wrong, and the XRP community has often demonstrated its superior intelligence. Allow me to speak about the store now. Before we look at the repercussions, is there anything new that we need to know about Twitter? Greetings, everybody. It was mind-blowing the first time I saw it, and I wanted you to know that. I was taken aback. After 3 years had passed, Ripple, Chris, and Brad were sued by the SEC. They gave us a grace period to comply with their pronouncement that XRP is a security as part of the settlement. But we said no because XRP isn't a security and the SEC hasn't said anything about how to follow cryptocurrency regulations, regardless of the spin that Clayton Hindman Gensler or anybody else may be adopting at the present. The basic purpose has always been to illustrate that XRP is not a security. It was crucial for our entire future. Surprisingly, the US industry has persisted and will keep going until 2024. The SEC was shown to be an irritating and hypocritical institution by our accomplishments. Everyone, this is just incredible. The SPLC's attempt to establish itself as the principal cryptocurrency industry regulator backfired when it successfully pressured Ripple into granting them the power to label XRP as a securities, causing the market to incorrectly classify these coins. Additionally, this SEC was adamant in its denial of Bitcoin and Ethereum's status as securities. The SEC's dictatorial behavior sprang from this. They sought to manipulate the industry into classifying their tokens as worthless, defective, or underdeveloped by using Ripple as a weapon. They were able to gain an advantage in the regulatory game and a financial incentive to move forward with the projects they chose. You guys have no idea how incredible this is. Its significance is demonstrated by the fact that Ripple and the SEC both sought to disprove XRP's status as a security. In reaction to SalCS's incorrect categorization of all cryptocurrencies as a security, Rulia used its assets and cash to take action. The SEC's acts are just astonishing, you know. We were correct in assuming that the SEC was effectively making market predictions. Naturally, the market value of cryptocurrencies would be higher for those that did not fit the SEC's criteria for a security. Also, the SRC wanted to alert the sector as a whole by classifying XRP as a security. For those of you with technical backgrounds, realize that by foiling the SEC's intentions, Ripple essentially won the fight and preserved the Bitcoin market. This indicates that the SEC was acting dishonestly the whole time. Legally defeating the SEC was a turning point in Ripple's history, and it will be for the rest of the US cryptocurrency market as well. Standards, guidelines, and clarification are currently being worked on by Ripple. A lot of things regarding RT were explained by Stewart's comment, you know. Even the SEC could see that XRP would never qualify as a security. There was no evidence that XRP may be harmful on its own. They were so opposed to going to court that they even opposed it. They hope to negotiate a deal with Ripple that will satisfy their needs. They intended for Ripple to fear the SRU. You know, their whole game plan was to finally convince Ripple to hand up the entire market to them. But listen up, folks, the SCRC had no idea the waves would be back. The SEC lacked the resources necessary to confront the XRP army and guarantee that we would receive answers on our tokens when it entered the war. That is why there was never any proof in the Ripple SEC case. The SEC failed to provide sufficient evidence that XRP was a security. John Deaton devoted much effort to this on the secondary market. In light of the fact that Ripple has known for some time that ACID has never been classified as a security, they have decided to intervene. The SEC really did not have sufficient evidence to conclude that XRP was a security. The main objective was to force Ripple to do what the SATs desired, but thankfully she has always been the group's mature representative. To its credit, Ripple stands out from the rest of the cryptocurrency industry when it comes to its ethical business practices. The proof was on their side, and they were ready to fight back. Cryptocurrency firms are numerous. I see your point. Similar to Nance, which has a long history of such nefarious activities occurring behind the scenes. In his younger years, Nance dabbled in a lot of dubious activities. I won't give information so this video doesn't go unmonetized. This should give you guys an idea of what Ripple is really like as a business. The SEC went to great lengths to cast Ripple in a negative light, yet their exhaustive search of Ripple's email and Slack chats turned up nothing. Why were they acting so hastily when they didn't even have evidence to support their accusations? After 3 years of investigation, the SEC found no evidence of misconduct on the part of Ripple. Removing the SEC officials was the most critical action Ripple took. The bulk of Ripple's market transactions involving XRP were also shown to not be securities, further establishing that XRP was not a security. Ripple has made significant contributions to the US cryptocurrency sector, even though the SEC would have gone to tremendous lengths to label the company's assets as securities and shut the market. Since its inception, Ripple has been an exemplary example of a responsible and professionally run business. They had the information and resources to fight back against the SEC's attempt to ban Bitcoin in the US, and they knew the law was on their side. This should definitively show that the entire Eastgate argument that catapulted Ethereum F to the forefront of the cryptocurrency market was entirely correct. This is what we learned about it. He planned to give the all clear, let it pass through, and then turn around with the help of the SEC. They intended to force Ripple to admit that XRP is a security, which would be a major setback for the company. Even though they were one of the few businesses in their industry that could have accomplished this, Riffraff didn't react in this manner because they didn't see its true value. They were well aware that they were standing up for the American people's right to a level playing field when it came to Bitcoin. The success of Ripple will, in my opinion, be able to be capitalized upon by major global institutions such as banks, to approach the company with a fresh perspective. The rules of the game for cryptocurrencies in the US are changed. If you follow the news at all, you'll see that Ripple is the most responsible, well-managed, and consequential cryptocurrency company. They were the sole targets of the SLC due to their inherent dishonesty and self-serving nature. We are neither aiming for the masses nor the market either. I didn't realize I seldom zero in on a single issue to that degree, so I hope you all liked the clip nevertheless. However, we were unprepared for this particular event, as we were for many others. Hearing about this was totally out of the blue. We appreciate Ripple's openness in telling us what went on behind the scenes, And we will hold this communication in high favor regardless of the future repercussions. No matter how much the SRCC would prefer that we not bring this up. We believe it is right, gentlemen, so we will keep you informed. Because they are confused about who will come out on top in this market, the anti-XRP and anti-Ripple groups are seeing their assets exposed right now, in my opinion. Please subscribe and like the video if you found it entertaining in any way. Muchas gracias, depart.